And I do like the idea of having just hot mics just go.
Just go. Welcome to the Sports
Just
Fiends.
go.
Welcome to the Sports Fiends Show.
Just go with it.
The show where, just
hot.
like you,
Keep it
can't
hot.
get
Don't
enough
let
sports.
it cool off.
Don't drop it.
Don't drop it. No mic drop.
We might do a couple of mic drops. Or a mic drop moment. Yeah, here.
I know all about that. He's known
for the mic drops.
I wish I knew where that
Arthur Knight.
drop was from, but we'll never know.
It's from their show.
Yeah, I know.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
I know. Trust me.
They are champions.
I sweater. I got one.
Welcome to the Sports Fiends Show, Sports Fiends. I am Arthur Knight, and with me is Mr. Michael Wharton.
I'm here.
And on assignment now is Mr. Ryan Lagan.
Have you ever seen Mike and Ryan in the same room at the same time? Just think about it.
Only once or twice.
Right, that's crazy.
It's in my and once I was not here, but I was here.
Yeah, there was a few times you weren't here.
Yeah. I was in Seattle.
And then there's sometimes that you're here, but you're not here.
No, that's all the time. I'm just very self-aware, sir. That's all the time.
Damn, bars.
That is all the time. But you know what's also great all the time?
What's that?
Envy Vision, sir.
Yes.
I Envy Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eye care. I Envy Vision is your eye care advocates. Their goal is to provide all with the education and awareness needed to make an informed decision about your vision and health. They are located off of Alameda and Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, but you can call today, 720-762-4290, or book online at ienvyvision.com. They take most medical insurance and Medicaid, so call or book today, 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. That's 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. iEnvyVision, we see you. All right, and tell them that the Sports Fiends sent you.
Let them know.
All right, man. So we got a lot to get to. We're coming to you live from SoHi Studios in Denver, Colorado.
I'm just going to do this just because I figured it out. There you go.
Hey,
Look at that.
That's sharp. Hey, they do got a nice website, man.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Get them
Man, you better book because they're getting solid, man. They sponsored me, and I had to wait like 2 weeks to get an appointment, man. You know what I'm saying? So get in there, man. You better get in while you fit in, bro. I'm not even playing. If you need new glasses, get that scheduled, man. Because it's taking about 2 weeks. So, and I ain't mad at it. I love them doctors there, man. It's and they take care of you. So
support the local businesses.
So did the Broncos take care of us though? I've been skeptical the past couple of days, and I'm getting rained on in the text thread as if I'm just not logical. Because I said these same things when they traded for Russell Wilson. Now I understand there are a little bit of differences.
A lot of it.
No,
those are not. You can't. No, man.
They're not really that big.
No,
Mike.
because like taking a shot on a Super Bowl winning quarterback, not knowing where he was at necessarily, assuming that he was still good. That's not a bad decision. You know what I mean?
It turned out to be a bad decision.
But that's in retrospect. I don't think that was a bad choice.
No, during the time I said that was a bad decision.
Yeah, but you don't like nothing.
I'm a smart man. I was right.
Yeah.
Was I right though?
But let's just say,
was I right though?
That this new what I think I called it they made a splash.
Oof.
This trade for a true, real, like legit number one wide receiver.
Is he a number one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Explain to me how he's a number one while I look up his stats and compare them.
He's scratching at 1,000 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
A season. You know what I mean? Several touchdowns. He's a outside threat. His yak is very impressive, like 14 point something, basically technically 15 yards after the catch. The yak, you know how important the yak is. He's a big yak guy.
You're making
And that's
me want to
something that-
yak
and
right
that's
now.
something that-
He keeps
And
saying yak.
and that's something that's been missing. That's something that's been missing from the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, it has.
we all understand that they, as good as the last season was for the Broncos, we're talking 14-win season, just sniffing the Super Bowl, losing in the.
Well, you
the
said he's a
conference.
1,300 yard.
Well, I said
receiver.
I said scratching at 1,000. He had a season in 2022 where he had 1,300 yards. But you got to
In
understand
2023, 1,000
on the team that he was on and who he was sharing his wide receiver duties with. He wasn't getting all the love. You know what I'm saying?
That's because he's not a WR1.
Yeah, but not on the Dolphins.
Well, I mean, yeah, here he's going to be.
No, but he's legit. He's legit. His yards after the catch is what most catches my eye.
Okay.
Because what do we got problems with? Whether it was Evan Ingram, I don't think he got the ball enough. But
does
he,
address the problem.
He had a couple of good runs. But think about our other younger wide receivers, man. The yards after the catch weren't there. Cortland Sutton, tall, is a gigantic man, and what's he really good at? 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those
He's a possession receiver.
high risk, high reward situations. But what's his yards after the catch looking like? Not very good.
Nah.
Now, I will admit this is a mystery. This is a mystery with the Broncos. Is why has Mims not gotten the ball as much as he should on the offense? You know what I'm saying? He's a fantastic special teams guy. But anytime that they incorporated him in the offense, what happened? Big play, huge play of the game. Am I wrong?
Are you talking about Waddle or are you talking about Sutton?
No, I'm talking about Mims.
Oh, no. Mims have big plays.
That's what I'm saying.
Mims has-
And do you know do you know what Jalen Waddle's like? He's like
He's an upgrade.
He's an upgraded Marvin Mims.
He is.
He's and it's at first I was thinking it's a little strange because I think he's like 5'10", which is not
He
like
is,
the
but is that what
that's
the
not
Broncos
that's
needed?
not the body type that like Sean Payton likes to do. But they needed something. They needed an explosive player as a wide receiver, and they needed to also get a running back, and they also probably needed to do something about the tight end situation. But
Okay.
in the meantime, that addresses an issue at a time where everybody in Broncos country was just like up in arms about they're not doing nothing. They're not making no moves right now. All they're doing is re-signing guys that were already on the team, restructuring whatever they're doing. Man, I trust the process.
Okay.
And everyone was mad when they didn't do nothing.
Okay.
And then now they're doing something. And I guess you are among the crowd that's saying that was too much to give away.
It was too much to give away.
I don't know.
It was too much.
A 30th in the first round. Yeah, I know
It's too much.
it's a first round, but that's so late.
It was too much.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna get like a DB.
It was too much when you have that on your. You have that on. Why do you keep throwing out a DB? As if they had. Why would they get another DB? They have 3 legit DBs.
I know. I'm
they
just
need
saying.
a
I'm
wide
just,
receiver.
It's a smart ass comment because basically there's not going to be anything of note at 30. Everybody already knows that this draft class isn't that great. Maybe the best part about the draft class, through what I've heard from the grapevine, is that there is going to be some defensive potential defensive weapons. And that brings me to the other thing. I think that you had said that that trading or free agency is a bigger risk than drafting.
It has been. I meant to say it has been a bigger risk for the Denver Broncos. Greenlaw.
Yeah, well, Greenlaw didn't like it here, but he was pretty good when he was healthy.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
I don't know if he was.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was. That's why they let him go. They let him go.
They let him go because he didn't like
it.
it. He was vocal in public about how he didn't like how working in the environment, which was basically a shot at Sean Payton. And he said he liked Shanahan better because it was a little more laid back and they got days off and field days and pizza parties and all that kind of stuff. And so he didn't like it here. He made it known, and then they let him go.
Okay, but that's a point though. That's still the point. That was the risk they took. Right?
Yeah, but that
was the risk they took on a free agent. They signed him. He was supposed to, now
in the same,
on the other side of that coin, there's Hufunga.
Yeah, I was going to say
who did, but it's still a risk. No matter what you do, it's going to be a risk. But there's a higher ceiling with the younger player.
Yeah, but we don't got time for that. We're in a window right now. We got extra
money. They already
money.
have this type of player on the team, though, Mike. Why would you trade away?
Because for whatever reason, Sean Payton is not going to use Mims for that role. And now we have somebody to
And he's not going to use him for that role.
Yeah, I don't
and he's
know.
not a WR1. In comparison to another WR1 in Justin Jefferson, consistent 1,000 yards. And he had a quarterback this year. He had three different quarterbacks this year. Still got 1,000 yards. So what happened? What happened to Mr. Waddle when he was in Miami going through 2 and 3 quarterbacks? He had 700 yards last year, bro. I'm not saying that if they could have traded for Waddle without trading away as much as they did, I would have been okay with it. They gave away too much. They just did.
Who was Waddle on the team with? Who was the other receiver?
What is it? He didn't play at all last year. Wasn't he injured?
But also, who was throwing that ball?
What does that matter? Who was throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson? He still got 1,048 yards.
I believe that you're in the minority of people. There's some people that
I don't care if I'm in the minority. I was in the minority when they made the trade for Russell Wilson. I was still right. I was still right. That's all I'm going to cling on to. I was still correct in my assertion that he was washed up. He was not the Russell Wilson that we had seen in Seattle. He wasn't going to be that Russell Wilson.
But this addresses a need that for now. That we need this now. We need something now. You know what I mean? And this is
this feeds right into
upgrade.
This feeds right into the notion that we were just one player away from going to the Super Bowl. It wasn't. It was play calling. It was lack of preparation.
We were one player away. Bo Nix.
Bro, I don't think even having Bo Nix in that game changes the outcome. I do not think the outcome, because it was a bonehead. They still could have won that game had they managed it correctly. They didn't. It wasn't managed correctly.
And that's all retrospect. But to be fair, that game.
That
game is an anomaly, though. You can't.
SP didn't manage the games at all this season. Why did you think he's handing off those duties to his new offensive play caller?
Well, that's a change that they're making, and you know what? If anything, that is a variable that I think maybe causes me more concern.
Give me another WR1. What's a WR1 in the Bengals? Jesus, why can't I think of his name?
The guy with the grill.
The guy with the grill.
No, because how come I can't think of?
That's okay.
How we both having a brain fart at the same time?
That's okay.
I mean, you're not talking about Jamar Chase or T. Higgins.
I mean, either one. Let's go with Chase.
Yeah, but there's
Let's go with Chase, because you're telling me that this guy is a WR1, and you're telling me that the Bengals, they had a QB. But all season, their number one QB was injured, and in 2025, this man still managed to get 1,400 yards.
Yeah, well,
he's not a WR1, and they traded for him like he's going to be, like he is. He's going to be here, but that doesn't make him that.
But it's an upgrade.
Upgrade from who? Just the player who we don't utilize?
No.
Yes,
because
you just said it. You just said it.
Well, no, we don't. But that's what I'm saying. This is somebody that's better at that. Better. This is somebody with that similar skill set that's better, a little bit more proven
than a player that we don't even utilize.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not Sean Payton.
Well,
but Sean Payton made I'm sure he has some input in this move.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Honestly,
he's had a lot of say-so in every move, I would hope, with the exception of maybe Russell Wilson.
They kept a 14-win team the same and then added one other piece. Whether it may or may not work, we didn't get worse. Now, with somebody like a Russell Wilson,
we didn't get better, though.
You integrate a Russell Wilson into your team. In retrospect, that was a bad move, and it kind of helped with the implosion of the team, and led to some dark times for Broncos fans. But
it also led to Bo Nix.
But there's no way that a wide receiver is going to be able to dismantle this Broncos team from the inside out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and they move on from him. I think he's got 2 years left on his contract.
That's worst case scenario.
And the Dolphins are taking a majority.
What about a situation where a Greenlaw situation? What about if he comes here? He got traded here. He didn't want to come here, right? He got traded here, unless he had to waive some clause that I'm not aware of. He got traded here.
You got an above average 6th overall pick wide receiver.
Does he want to be here?
Does
he want to be here?
It seems like he wants to be here.
I don't know. He did make it in. Slide over to the left.
Does he want to be here?
Now I'm gonna get tag teamed here.
You get the weird chair.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's kind of fitting.
You shouldn't have said that, Arthur.
It's kind of fitting.
I wish you never said that.
Well, whatever, man. We are completely unprofessional here. We said that. Welcome in, Mr. Ryan Lagan. We would like to get your 2 cents in, because I'm still arguing here.
Well, basically, what he's saying is
I'm not unhappy with the trade. I'm unhappy with what they traded.
He's saying Jalen Waddle's trash. He's saying Jalen Waddle's trash.
That's not what I said.
Is he on?
I don't think I'm on. Sorry.
Is he on?
Nope.
I should have put.
We're waiting on Vinny to send his text. Are you there? Mic check? No, I don't hear him.
No, Mike.
All right, I don't hear him. But I was comparing. So Mike,
Yeah, he's there.
Am I here now?
I don't hear him.
I don't hear him. But you know what? As long as
Probably better for the audience that way.
yeah.
That's because it's got a cough button on it for
It's got
other
a
people.
Cough button? What
Like,
how about now?
Nada.
It's on the microphone.
Oh,
It's probably up higher. Here we go.
There we
up
go.
higher.
I heard.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Testing.
Hey,
there I am. All right.
See,
No, I should have put some kind of prop bet in the group chat that when I showed up inevitably late, that Arthur would still be hung up on Waddle not being a good trade.
I'm not hung up on it. Mike is. I'm not hung up on it. I'm just proving my point. He keeps telling me that they got a legit WR1.
They did.
And I'm comparing him against legit WR1s. Against Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, right?
Dude, you don't have
1,400 yards.
Here we go.
1,400 yards.
you don't
With a
have
backup QB.
you don't have to be a top 3 wide receiver in the league to be a legit WR1. That's
He's not a legit WR1. He wasn't even a legit WR1 on the team he just left.
okay. Yeah, so comparing him to prime Tyreek Hill, yeah, he was the 1B to Tyreek's 1A. Yes, that's fair.
Tyreek didn't play all last year.
Well, yeah, and neither did a quarterback.
Okay, so did Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase played with a backup quarterback. So did Justin Jefferson. Both got 1,000-yard seasons.
Sure. I understand the point that you're trying to make. I look forward to watching Waddle blow you away, because if you're
Said that same thing about Russell Wilson. I think we were arguing about Russell Wilson on that trade at work.
I don't know about that. I don't know if we were on. Were you on the team when Russell got there?
Are you okay, dude?
Like the work team?
I'm pretty sure I was. I'm pretty sure we had that conversation. You were telling me that he's a legit quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, etc.
I think it was like at the time that the move was made, I don't think there was a large contingent of fans going, "This is going to be the worst trade in Broncos history." Right?
No, I
like,
was one of the few, just like I am right now.
And now that's what I was telling you the other day. Though you've been conditioned to think that this is the right response to any big Broncos trade now, because you were the one person that was ahead of the curve on Russell Wilson, and so now you want to put yourself back in that position.
Because he's a legit number 2 wide receiver.
He's
a legit number 2.
Okay, so whether you want to call him a legit 1B or a legit 2, yes, he's not a top 5 wide receiver in the league, right?
He's not even a top 15. And they traded for him like he's not a top 15.
I don't think you can put him outside.
Did we lose Mike's mic?
I think we lost your mic too.
No, I can hear me.
I can hear you both.
I can hear me.
Relax, bro.
I can hear.
We're
Ryan
just I'm talking
way
really
louder
loud,
than
so
everybody
Vinny's
else.
yes.
Okay.
So Vinny's writing
So the last time that the Dolphins had a competent offense, he was every single year 1,000 to 1,400 yard pass catcher, 6 to 10 touchdowns. And again, it's not just about the overall numbers, right? This isn't stuff that he's accumulating by getting 15 targets of 5 yards apiece, and he's AJ Brown crying on the sideline every time he doesn't get it, right? Like, this is a big
At
play.
least we hope he's not.
He hasn't historically been, right? And that's after taking a back seat to Tyreek Hill, when in any other offense or a lot of other offenses, he would have been the focal point, right? It's the yards per route run, it's the explosive playability, it's the ability to change the way that the defense is scheming against you entirely by blowing the top off of all the coverages that you're seeing, and how that's going to potentially highlight at least Cortland Sutton underneath, if not guys like Evan Ingram, if not the running backs in, routes out of the backfield, if not some of these other Troy Franklins and Pat Bryants of the world that we know have potential, but we know haven't been consistent, right? So it's as much about opening up the rest of the offense as it is about what that final stat line is going to be from Jalen Waddle at the end of the year. And as important as anything, what we were talking about last week, right? It's about the locker room, right? If you were just going to stand pat and hope that something was going to be different outside of Bo Nix's ankle, like it's about giving the team hope that you can improve that offense from one year to the next, and they have that and more now. That's the whole point. There's not a better, wide receiver for, price that you're going to pay, age that he's going to be at, that you were going to acquire in this offseason. Yes, of course you had to give up value to get him, but you're picking 30th in the draft right now.
Ryan was ready.
No, it's okay. He's still wrong. Doesn't mean just because he's ready doesn't mean he's not. He's right. You said he's a top 15.
I would say no worse than top 20.
Okay, let me bring up top 20 then.
Oh gosh.
Let me bring up top 20.
Some Yahoo sports writer is gonna some literal Yahoo sports writer.
Hey, I don't disagree with him. I wouldn't take Waddle over any of these 15 players, and I know you wouldn't either.
But they weren't available.
I just saw Rome Odunze at 12,
That's
and
not the point. The
immediately
point
I would
is you're
take him
telling
over
me that he's a top 15 wide receiver.
No, let's do.
That's what you just said. He's a top 15, top 20 wide receiver.
Let's do the same exercise that we did with Cortland Sutton a few months back. Let's look at that.
I was actually surprised that Cortland Sutton is on 14 on this list. That actually shocks me when I got down to the bottom of it.
They're very.
I'm not even going to live on Front Street with that.
They're very,
I was like, whoa.
They're very different
14.
players, but I'm telling you, I would put them in the same stratosphere overall, like as far as production and what they do to an offense, man. And like I said, there's not 30, legitimate number one wide receivers out there by the way that you're defining it. You're not going to get a Puka Nacua or Jamar Chase or guys like that.
That's not my point. That is not my point. My point is they still gave up enough to get somebody almost in that echelon when what they gave up. A first round pick is still a first round pick.
I thought your point was that you wanted to trade picks to move up and then draft somebody.
That would have been better than what they did.
No, that's more of a gamble than this. And we're gonna wait around to develop somebody.
Right, that's
not
what
if
I mean.
they're in the top 15. If you can get into the top 15 and get a wide receiver, a top 15 wide receiver, that's a plug-in right now.
A plug-and-play guy is not guaranteed.
It's not very rare to be.
Waddle's not a guarantee.
It's a lot more of one.
I mean,
you're just
explain to me how.
Look, because you're just as likely.
How?
You're just as likely to get a N'Keal Harry by picking a wide receiver at 15 as you are to get a Jalen Waddle, right?
But how is Jalen Waddle have more upside? He was traded here. We don't even know if he wants to be here. Has he come out and said?
Yeah, he gave a press conference.
Yeah.
He looked like a pretty happy guy.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
What is he gonna do? Come out and say, "Dang, I really wish I was still on the 4-win Dolphins as opposed to the 14-win Broncos. It really sucks to be here. I'm not gonna try." Like what? What do you expect him to react?
I mean, Mike just sat here and told me that Greenlaw did.
That was after the end of the season.
Greenlaw didn't understand.
I'm just saying, but you said he spoke. So after the season, but during the season.
Well,
was he very vocal?
No offense to Greenlaw, but he couldn't read the playbook, so that's a bit of a barrier. He could read the playbook in San Francisco.
Y'all could be excited about a puddle splash.
Oh my gosh!
It's not a splash to me. It's not a splash to me. You got another WR2.
Is this like you're just setting yourself up for like a win-win? Because if it doesn't work out, you could say I told you so. But if it does, you're just going to be happy because the Broncos got better.
Are you doing
I said the same thing that you said last year when the Broncos were like barely winning in these games. You were like, I'm kind of optimistic, but I'm reserved.
Well, that's a little bit better than saying that Jalen Waddle's absolute trash.
Well, you're saying that. I have never said that.
You're implying.
No, I'm not implying that.
That was the vibe of our whole conversation.
You keep trying to sell me that he's a WR1 and he's not. He's just not.
You got 2 1Bs, which opens up both
and I'm
of them.
fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. What I'm not fine with is what they traded to get that.
It makes the room a little bit more versatile, dude, because it's 2 different skill sets as far as Cortland to Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
You keep implying and keep putting in my mouth that you're implying my sentences. I'm not saying that Waddle's not a great player. He's a great player. I would not give up what I gave up. They gave gave up to get him, though.
This is what
He got fleeced. The GM got fleeced from Miami. Got
I
fleeced.
don't know about that.
you're not picking at 10, Arthur. You're picking at 30, dude. Like
You could pick at 15 and still get a
my-
quality player.
you're not picking at 15.
Nope.
You could have traded what you traded to get that 15th
You were
pick.
not giving up a third rounder to move from 30 to 15 and move up in the fourth round on top of that. It's not happening. The price
Why would
of
you need to move up in the 4th round?
because you moved up in the fourth round as part of the Waddle trade. We're comparing apples to apples.
I'm going to
No,
say
that's-
he's got
that's apples
1,000
to
yards
oranges.
by the 10th game.
The
By the
fourth
10th game?
the fourth
We
round,
don't even know how Bo Nix is going to come back next year from this broken foot.
the fourth round
We're
pick.
going long ball.
Well, that's
So
not,
when Bo Nix doesn't come back and we have nothing but Stidham or somebody else, because I think Stidham's gone, right? And then he only gets 600, 700 yards like he did last year.
He got
Is that your
900
guys'
last year, I
excuse that
think,
you're going to?
but-
Sorry, no, he got 600.
No, he didn't.
700. I was just looking at it. He had 700 yards this year. Excuse me, 900.
910.
It was
Thank you.
744 the year before that.
And he was injured.
Excuse me.
He was injured. He missed 2 games.
He was injured, dude. Come on, man. He's not.
Not to mention his
It's not a
quarterback.
splash. It's not a splash. Am I optimistic about it having him? Sure, but it's not a splash. Like everybody's all excited.
It's
I'm
the-
not excited.
it's
This
the-
doesn't excite me.
It's the biggest move in the NFL the entire offseason, I would say, outside of nothing.
Only because of what they gave up for him.
only
And
because
if he's a bomb,
Who'd they just pick up on defense? Special teams.
there's some safety from Cincinnati. I don't trust any players from Cincinnati. All due respect to Trey Hendrickson, as far as the defensive side of the ball is concerned, obviously. Okay, so this is what after this season, a year from now, we're gonna do an exercise. We're gonna look at Jalen Waddle. We're gonna look at the 30th pick in this draft, and then we're gonna look at whatever the last wide receiver of the first round.
no, we're gonna look at
and
we're gonna
and
look at
the
the first wide receiver taken
and the first
in
wide receiver
first
of the
15.
second round.
No.
Arthur.
Because the only thing that I'm talking about is them trading the same things that they traded to move up to spot 15.
Okay,
That's it.
So
that's the only thing that I've said.
remember-
you guys are doing all of this extra move. Well, we're going to trade
remember-
here and do this.
Remember,
Simple.
The pick swap that they have in the 4th round, that 4th round pick is closer to the Broncos' 3rd round pick than it is to the Broncos' 4th round pick, right? It's like 10 spots away, right? So,
Okay.
you can't take out the fact that they moved up in the 4th round as well. So what you're implying is you're going to move from 30 to 15 in the 1st round based off of less than a 3rd round pick. That's never happened in the history of the NFL draft, I promise you.
Well, what they just did has never happened in the history of the NFL either, to trade for a WR2 when you already have one. He's a good to great player.
Mike, do you
How
think
many
he's
Pro Bowls does he have?
Is he doing like a first take, like a Max Kellerman thing,
How
where
many
he's just
Pro
giving
Bowls has this
he's
man
just
had?
giving the wrong take just to like have us argue for an hour about it?
He's
Or?
5 years in the league. He's
Rage
5 years in the
bait,
league.
rage bait.
it makes for good
no.
podcasting.
He's 5 years in the league. How many times has he been to the Pro Bowl? Take a guess.
Probably every year that Tua played 15 or more games.
Okay,
And that's-
every year?
And that's Tua.
0.
What do you mean 0?
He hasn't been a Pro Bowler.
I'm shocked to hear that. He had 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns and he didn't make a Pro Bowl?
Did not make a Pro Bowl.
Okay, well, that's the Pro Bowl. Shadur Sanders made the Pro Bowl last year.
It's very true, man.
By injuries. That doesn't. He's still. He can't even make it by injuries.
Tyler Huntley made the Pro Bowl like 3 years ago, all right?
He hasn't even made it by injury though. He doesn't even. He doesn't have an All Pro.
Right.
He doesn't have a Pro Bowl. He doesn't. He hasn't. He has. He's
I
not.
can't believe you're
WR1.
digging your heels in
At
this
the-
hard on
at
this.
the-
Because he's
Arthur.
not a WR1, dude. You guys are trying to
my
convince me
gosh.
that this was a splash and this is so great and this is going to get the Broncos
Well,
over that hill.
Okay.
It's not.
It's a good move.
Go tell off my landlord
It's
the
an
same way.
okay move.
Okay, all right. So
It's okay.
looking at his
At best, it's okay.
looking at his career numbers, right? Acknowledging he's got the best offensive line of his career now. He's got the outside of Tyreek Hill, the best supporting cast of other attention drawers around him, right? And without a doubt, I would say outside of Tyreek Hill.
Monster was on that team for a good couple years. Mostert,
he's
whatever
not a
his
huge
name.
pass catching running back, but okay, fair. So we'll throw out the weapons. I don't even need it. Best offensive line that he's had, and Bo Nix is by far a better quarterback at his best than Tua ever was. Tua was always assistant
I'll
quarterback.
agree with you on that. I can't argue that.
Okay,
point.
got you. So let's say worst case scenario, we're in the vicinity of where he's been the past 5 years or so of his career. That means his ceiling, of course, is 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. His floor is 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. You name to me the other player that they were going to get at this price point that was going to have that ceiling and that floor. I'll grant you, he could very well be that floor. He could be only 700 and, and 5 touchdowns, and then it feels like an expensive first-round pick. Sure, but it's a minimum of 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. You had a bunch of salary cap space that was burning a hole in your pocket you couldn't do anything else with, and you needed to upgrade somewhere. And that ceiling is part of why you're trading for him. Can we not acknowledge that?
He's just
No, I'm
just
not
gonna let it
okay.
go. I'm just
No,
gonna let it go.
that's fine. I will be wrong right now. Right now, because I was so wrong with Russell Wilson. I was so wrong. This dude was going to come in and set the roof on fire.
You're gonna have that one up the sleeve forever, aren't you?
It's still, it remains true though, Mike. Is it not true?
Yeah, sure.
Is it not true?
It was. Yeah, sure.
Well,
Broncos country,
it has
let's ride.
the benefit
Let's
of being
ride.
true.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's waddle.
Yep, you guys drank the Kool-Aid, man. You guys you drank the Kool-Aid, bro.
Kool-Aid, man. It's a decent even trade.
Y'all are
It's an even
happy.
trade for a potential.
Y'all are like
improvement.
toddlers, bro.
Bro.
You put any little shiny toy in front of you, you're like, woo, shiny toy.
Okay, all
ain't
right.
that
Hold on.
Shiny toy. I have
So,
a new toy.
okay, so-
It ain't
his
that
name
serious.
is. Well, it is that serious,
that
dude.
serious.
So-
you guys are sitting here back and forth trying to mock me, and you're acting like
Hey, nobody
toddlers, bro.
mocked you, man.
Arthur, let's rewind.
That's weird.
You are now GM Arthur George Payton. Okay, it's the very beginning of this offseason. Everything's on the table. Nobody's been signed. Nobody's been traded for. Nobody's been drafted. You have the keys to the kingdom. You knowing what you know about this roster and what the needs are. You tell me what is the moves that you're making instead.
Well, I already gave you that last week. You were here last week, right? They needed
AJ Brown.
No. It was not AJ Brown. That's a
Dude, we
locker
didn't
room
want AJ
cancer.
Brown. We didn't want that guy.
We did not want AJ Brown. I still don't want AJ Brown.
Sorry. So refresh my
Nobody
memory
wants
then.
AJ
Who
Brown.
would you like to get?
Can get, but I still wouldn't have traded what they traded to get Waddle. That has been my what I've been sticking to this whole time is what they traded to get him. I think that the Miami Dolphins got more than what Waddle was worth.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, so
We'll see.
you're
I'm not saying that they shouldn't have gotten Waddle. They should have gotten him. But not for that price tag, in my opinion.
So you're standing pat until the draft, and you're drafting. Who are you trading to move up? Or are you drafting at 30, and who are you drafting?
Did you wait? Say that one more time.
So you're standing pat because you don't like the
Because
free
I sent you a text the other day of the 3 wide receivers that I would have drafted if they would have been able to trade up to the 15th spot.
Right,
I sent
but
that.
what are you trading up to get to 15? Because it's not a 3rd round pick.
The 3rd round, the 1st round, and everything that they traded to get Waddle.
So
every single pick. There's even cash incentives that we have rich owners in the Denver Broncos. There are all kinds of things that they could have done to move up higher into that 15 and gotten a wide receiver that they could have had for the future with Bo Nix instead of a Band-Aid and a good fit. A good fit, but he's only an upgrade to a player, as I said to Mike early in the show. He's an upgrade to a player that SP doesn't even use.
So you've
Who
drafted.
actually had a lot of good plays in the playoffs.
So you've drafted 5 wide receivers in the last 4 drafts, and I believe higher than 30 at different points, right?
And
at
none
least
of them
one of
have
them.
panned out.
Right.
Except for one is like maybe a WR3 at best.
You're
And
talking
he
about
went to
Bryant or
college.
Franklin?
Franklin.
No. You don't like Pat Bryant?
No, I do like Bryant, but he's injury prone. So
Brian's good.
I like Bryant. He's there. He's
Marvin
on
Mims?
he's on the cusp.
You like Marvin?
I like
Marvin's great.
Mims.
That's kind of one of his points is that Waddle's kind of got like a similar skill set, but an upgrade.
Yeah, he's a more accomplished Marvin Mims. Yeah, right.
But they don't use Mims. But I
Right.
think that maybe.
Well, and that's where
They didn't
the
get-
Sean Payton versus this new guy, how's he going to call
Well,
plays differently might come into play
And
too.
that's like I was saying is like that's kind of something I'm maybe a little more concerned about is we don't necessarily know what this offense is even going to look like because they've kind of added the.
We don't know how Bo's going to come back. We don't know when Bo's going to come back.
But assuming that we're going to take that momentum from last season and produce something similar this season, there's no way that this is like a downgrade. And I don't know if there was
I'm not
anything we
saying
were
that.
picking at 30th or in the 4th round or the 3rd round that's going to be an immediate impact. The chances of that are pretty low.
But
You know
those
what I mean?
3 picks traded to the right team to
Well, one
move
of-
up to the 15th. I forget who's picking at 15.
There's
But
a lot of-
those trades
a lot
plus
of
a
the
couple of other
mocks-
incentives.
A lot of the mocks are not showing a lot of strong offensive weapons.
There's 3 key wide receivers, and I sent them to you guys earlier in the week when we first started this conversation.
I don't think I got that.
There are 3 keys. There are 3 wide receivers. Well, you guys were telling all kinds of jokes in between, but you missed that.
Now
Like, I
one,
did send it.
not one of them, wherever they go, are going to get drafted in the first 10 rounds of a fantasy football draft this year. None of them have super high grades.
The sports fiends need to understand the
I'm
reason
not worried about
the reason
Well,
this
we're
got
talking
so
about
intense.
production. I know it's not about fantasy football points, but the point is about production you're going to get from them right away, right? These are guys that might be good in year 2 or year 3, but
some
like
development.
you're very
not on this team.
but you're very quickly going to run into Bo Nix needing a new contract. And that's the whole point is how do you maximize the potential next season and the season after before he needs the new contract? And
See, that
even
I
if
don't disagree with, but the fact of the matter is that you also need somebody, because Sutton's getting long in the tooth too, just like Waddle is.
well, Sutton's
So
5 years older
somebody-
than Waddle.
My point exactly. Somebody needs to be. We thought it was going to be Franklin. It could be Bryant. It still could be Bryant, depending upon his injury. His injuries in the near future.
Well, they said they liked
But
their room.
who's-
That's why they kept the
Yeah,
team
but that's why they
practically
stood
identical.
Exactly.
But they added an upgrade, a potential upgrade. Right now is only we're on the
That's
the
the spit in the
Bronc-
face of Mims, though.
Broncos are only on the hook for like $4.9 million for him for this first year. So like that's like a good chance to at least see what he's got going. You know what I mean?
All right, let's find
I'm not.
Let's
and
find some
I'm
code.
optimistic.
So about your
you
Mims
guys
point,
keep
hey,
coming at me as if I hate the
nobody's
trade
coming at
in
you.
the or I hate Waddle.
This is
I
so
don't hate
intense.
Waddle.
This is intense.
No, I like
'cause
this. I
there
like
was,
this.
There was momentum built up like a whole week's worth of group chat, and now it's exploding when we all got in the same room together.
And I love it. I love it.
Let's find some happy, beautiful,
No,
wonderful
F
middle
that.
ground. No,
F that.
listen,
I
listen.
love this.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm tired of you yelling at me, Arthur.
It's like I'm going in the corner.
On the one hand, Mike and I can acknowledge that this trade doesn't make the Broncos, shoe-in Super Bowl favorites. Don't play the season. They're far and away the
That's
best
why it's
team
not
in
a
the
splash.
league. Right. Okay.
That's why it's not a splash.
On the other hand, let's also acknowledge that because of the potential upside of this trade, it is a little harsh to say at this stage that the Broncos got fleeced.
Okay, I will say this. This is what I will say. If, and this is a big if.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
If
I tried to
Waddle,
make peace.
No. If Waddle gets over 1,200 yards this season, the trade was worth it.
Ooh, okay. I like this.
The trade was worth
I like
it.
this. I think he's got a great shot at that.
If
Yeah.
he doesn't hit 1,200, and I'm not going to be petty. if he hits-
1198.
Yeah, you
If
are.
he
You're gonna
hits-
straight up nanny boo-boo us, dude.
That's true. Mike
You're
knows
gonna
me
be
too
petty
well.
as hell, dude. Come on, man. You act like I don't know you.
He's gonna drop a slant in
You
week
act like I don't know
17.
you.
I'll rephrase. I will try not to be petty. I will try and not be like, oh, well, he hit 1,000, 1,100.
Yeah.
If he hits around 1,200 yards, the trade will be worth it. If he doesn't, if he hits 900, 700, 800, what did we cost a little bit of the future that could have been coinciding. You could have gotten your Justin Jefferson. You could have gotten that in pick 15.
But
If he goes past 1,200 yards, you got to do the Waddle celly in like public, dude.
No.
Yeah.
No, and again though,
'Cause
like
you know.
I don't think you can underemphasize this point though. It's not just about Waddle's final stat line. It's what's Sutton's final stat line. What's Bo Nix's final stat line? How many points does the offense average per game? How easy do they make life on the defense? And can they win the AFC West again?
What if the Davis Webb experiment just like crashes and burns?
Right,
To no fault of Waddle.
Right, exactly. What if Waddle's wide open every play, and Bo Nix snaps his other ankle, and Davis Webb doesn't know how to call a play, and
Man, you guys are really digging deep.
Oh,
it's a team
God.
sport, okay?
Digging deep.
I'm just saying.
Deep. You sound worried.
We got.
You sound worried.
I think he could put up 1,400 yards. I just think we need to be holistic, because I also don't care if he puts up 1,400 yards if they go 8 and 9.
If he puts up 1,400 yards, I'll do the Waddle.
If he puts up 14,
If
and
he puts up 14, I'll do the
I
Waddle.
tell you what,
Waddle down
but if he
Florida.
goes,
If he puts up 14, the Broncos without injury, the Broncos will win the Super Bowl.
but if
that's
no,
just,
he could put up 14 and they could go 9 and 8. Like, the Raiders are better. I know the Chiefs have Mahomes hurt, but the Chargers are still going to be good. The AFC is still going to be deep. Like, you got to look at the big picture. That's all.
what is the big picture though, Ryan?
Win the AFC West again.
But you just said they can't.
What?
What are you? You just knocked the wind out of me. Like, well, everybody got better and this got better. They could go 9 and 8.
Mahomes doesn't have an ACL. They definitely can.
They could go 9 and 8
They
with him
could.
doing 1,400
I mean,
yards.
if they're in 12 one-score games again, absolutely they could.
And that's how could he get 1,400 yards and that would produce a 9 and 8 season?
Well, let's see. They maybe.
With Cortland Sutton on the other side, that would
That's
mean that there would have to be drastic injuries around.
I mean,
Nobody's guaranteeing 1,400 yards now. That was just an example. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not guaranteeing. I'm just saying it.
If that happens, that'd be spectacular. He could just put up some like respectable numbers, and then somehow having these two
What's
guys
respectable for
a
what's respectable for a first down?
1,000 yards. Yeah.
1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then by like the synergy.
And then-
So
and-
him and Sutton each get 1,000 yards, and that's good for you two.
100%.
Okay. And who knows the
When's the
synergy
last
and
time
the-
Sutton's had another 1,000-yard receiver on his team?
Yeah. It could open up Sutton's game with adding this new layer to
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Evan Ingram could
we
come out
don't-
and get 600 because of it.
Hey, my boy Evan Ingram. Let's see what he does.
Digging,
Man,
boy.
I don't know.
Digging.
Hey,
I
and
said this boy's name
This is gonna be the
3
first
times
time
now.
This is gonna be the first time ever that J.K. Dobbins doesn't get hurt during the season. Watch.
All because of Waddle.
Well, no, not
take.
because of that.
Take.
No, he said that Dobbins said that they were all fluke injuries. So like, let's have like a fluke non-injury
Isn't
season.
every injury a fluke injury?
I don't know.
I mean,
Nobody plans on an injury.
that's fair, yeah.
it sounds like he.
I mean,
I didn't-
well, I would say Tua concussions aren't fluke injuries, unfortunately.
no.
I mean,
Sorry,
but they
that
are,
got
though.
sad. No, once you get one, you get
got
way
real
more
sad.
likely to get a second one, and then a third and a fourth.
Yeah, but the
etc.
first one was a fluke.
The first one was a fluke, yeah.
Okay.
Not the fourth one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tua. I always bring it back to Tua's head. Why do I do that?
I don't know. I don't know anybody in the world that plans on getting injured.
No,
So
of course not.
To me, every injury is a fluke.
Why is the chat is unusually dead? I wonder if like we scared him away.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna
screaming
say
at
we
each other.
screamed him out of the.
Everybody's
out
just
of the
sitting at home
stream,
like,
yeah.
oh.
We don't want them in there. No,
Are they
I'm just
gonna
kidding.
fight? Are they gonna fight?
We'll
I don't
watch
wanna
this
miss it.
later. Let me see how this ends after.
That guy in the middle's being mean.
I'm never mean.
Did you hear what he said about Waddle? He wants to fire George Payton.
He said Waddle's cheeks.
He
No.
wants to chase George Payton out of town.
Waddle is good, dude. And I remember what Waddle did to the Denver Broncos on that 70
I was
point
gonna
game.
say, damn.
I do remember
We
when
that
witnessed
didn't
that
traumatize
firsthand.
you?
Well, the game traumatized me,
yeah.
yes. But that doesn't.
bad
He's
memories.
good. He's good, but he's not worth what they gave. I'm gonna stand on that 10 toes.
We'll see.
You know what they say? F them kids.
Can't wait.
F them picks.
He's F them pigs.
F them kids.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure. Who cares? We're trying to win right now, man.
I no, I
We don't
I
have
am,
time to develop. Nobody.
I'm really curious to see how
You
those
could
3
win
wide
right now.
receivers you name play in their rookie year. And obviously, again, it's going to come down to fit for them too. Like
Yep.
if they go somewhere and they got JJ McCarthy throwing to them, that's going to be a factor, of course. But
Those 3 all fit in SP's type of scheme. Like they're the size, fit, They do.
But do
let's
they
see
fit
that
in what's
Davis
his-
Webb scheme?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see that Davis
Right.
Webb scheme.
That's
Well, Davis Webb.
That's the wild card here.
I had this thought that, like, what do you think? Like, is it could be like
Y'all
game?
really think he's not going to shove his hand up his butt
No,
and work him like a
that's
puppet?
what I'm saying. I'm thinking like
You really don't?
I don't think the whole league would have been, waiting in line to hire the guy if he was just going to be, Sean Payton's like little, puppy dog.
yeah,
Nobody hired
He's
him.
the next McVay, dude. I
Well,
thought
that's
you knew
because
that.
Peyton had the rare moment of humility to step back and let him call plays just so no one would hire him, because I guarantee you otherwise he'd be gone.
He'll be gone next year then. I
He
mean,
might,
what's the,
he might be. But
what's
if we
the-
win a Super Bowl in the
We'll see.
meantime, what's the difference?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not what's the difference, but you know
Waddle,
what I mean.
So Waddle changes Super Bowl chances then.
Of course he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you were
It's the
already
same
you were
team,
already
but
a
with one more guy.
You
That's
were
better.
already a Bo Nix ankle, arguably, from a Super Bowl. And so even if you got exactly the same performance out of this team next year, you're arguably a Super Bowl team.
All right. I kept saying it in the chat. We'll see. We'll see.
Can't wait.
I am optimistic.
Can't
but I
wait.
still do not think that they should have given up
See you in
what they
Pittsburgh.
gave up to get him. That doesn't mean that I'm not happy that Waddle is here. I'm very
Welcome
happy
to
that
Denver,
he's here.
Waddle.
Welcome to Denver.
Yes, sir.
Sincerely, in all sincerity, all arguments. I just do not.
You
want...
got best friends about to kill each other.
Nah. Nah. I mean, I
All in
would
good
love
fun.
for him to step in and blow up the scene. I honestly would. I just honestly don't think that what they gave up, they should have given up. That's all I will say about it. I could.
An
I've
hour
been
later,
wrong.
that's
I've
all
been
I'm going to
wrong.
say.
I've been wrong. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. And I will be okay with that. I'm very self-aware.
You're
It's
wrong a
okay.
lot.
No, I'm not wrong a lot. I'm not wrong a lot. That's not a fair
We're
statement.
all wrong from time to time.
Everybody's
we all
wrong.
could be wrong in this situation.
Everybody could be wrong.
Hopefully we're right because it means the Broncos are winning. But
Shoot, I hope I'm wrong.
yeah, me too.
Because that means that the Broncos get a Super Bowl ring
I mean, maybe.
for the most part.
It means they at least win the AFC West, right?
man.
And they're right back in there again.
See, you're one of those people that, at least we won the, we don't do that here in Denver,
I
bro.
mean, I'm saying it's,
It's Super Bowl or bust. It's a bust if you don't make it to the Super Bowl. Last year was a bust.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying, you control what you can control, and then
There's only been
they play the games for a reason.
3 type of quarterbacks like Nick Foles that have won a Super Bowl, and you're like, oh, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
I do
It's
say
hard
that. I
to
do
win
say
a
that
Super
from
Bowl.
time to time.
It is very hard to win a Super Bowl.
Wait, did
it
you
is
say
very
you said last year was a bust?
yes.
I mean, you didn't.
They didn't win a Super Bowl.
Bro,
They
14
didn't win a
wins.
Super Bowl. They didn't win a Super Bowl.
You can't expect.
I can.
You gotta,
I can.
you gotta,
I can't
That was
expect
a-
a Super
it was
Bowl.
a
you gotta
great
run
season.
before you can fly, dude.
It was
It
a
was
great
a
season.
great season,
And it was.
and it was a bust.
tangible.
It was a waste of our damn time.
Tangible
Fire them all.
improvement.
Nah, don't fire them all. It wasn't a waste of time, but it was still a bust. You didn't. If you don't win, any player, all the players will tell you. You ask any player, if you don't win the Super Bowl, if you don't win the big game, you didn't win. It's a bust.
That perspective is not healthy for your mental health.
You
It's
gotta
a bust,
you gotta
dude.
build a culture though. Like I guarantee you, the
There's
Panthers.
always next year, but last year was a bust.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? Yeah, from the perspective of like, let's say Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, anything with the Super Bowl is a bust, right? From the perspective of like the Carolina Panthers, that's been picking in the top 5 for since Cam Newton was good.
Dude, you're talking about a guy that watched an era of football where my team went to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Okay, and it's been
and got mollywopped. I'm talking about, man, I want to see it. I'm about seeing
But this
it.
is what I'm saying. They went like almost 10 straight years of mediocrity at best, if not worse than that. Like they took a huge step in the right direction. I'm not saying that it's not disappointing, but
and I don't want to go to 9-8 as you implied could
I
happen.
don't either. I don't want to go to 9-8.
Nobody
I don't
wants
think
to
that's
take.
happening.
I don't want to take steps back, man.
I don't think.
No.
But sacrificing those picks isn't going to be a step back.
No.
I don't think
That's-
there was
that's
anything
future,
that was
man.
going to happen in the late first
That's
round,
future.
in the third round that was gonna revolutionize what on top of what they already accomplished last season.
I'm telling you, a year from now, at the end of the next
We will
football
see.
season,
You're going to be doing a
we're
waddle.
gonna do clips. We're gonna do clips from this show. We're gonna look at the guys that you named as the
That's
potential
1,400
wide
yards, bro.
receivers and Jalen Waddle's respective seasons. We're gonna compare them head to head.
Okay.
And then we're gonna clip.
And we have to compare them to every WR1.
We're gonna clip us from this show in like black and white and slow motion, saying whatever stupid shit. Sorry,
That's
whatever,
okay. I
whatever,
almost got
stu-
3 times.
whatever stupid stuff,
Cut him off.
whatever stupid stuff we said in the past 40 minutes, right? You know,
1,200 yards.
it's like that kind of thing.
Well,
You know, and then we'll
1,200 yards.
reflect on it all.
1,200 yards is worth the trade. Anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 yards, I will take. 1,400 yards, I will do the Waddle. Even if they don't win the Super Bowl, that's an accomplishment. That means Bo Nix has had a good year, but we'll see. We'll see what Bo Nix comes back. We'll see how the new play caller is. We will see how he fits into this offense and who is going to lose receptions. Who's going to lose receptions with Waddle there now?
Hopefully, no one, because we're completing 100 more passes than last year.
You know, a lot of my skepticism comes from the. And I'm not a Bo Nix hater. I love Bo Nix. I want to preface what I'm about to say with that. No, sincerely,
Okay.
I want to preface that. I love Bo Nix. I
Yeah.
think Bo Nix is going to be a phenomenal quarterback.
Top 15?
I would say top probably 10.
Okay.
He's probably going to be a top 10 quarterback
Yeah.
when all is said and done.
Where is he right now?
But
Sorry, go ahead.
the skepticism that he had all last year is that in this offense, there were wide open receivers in every game, and he missed them. So,
Not that Green Bay game, though.
well, I mean, no, he didn't miss anything in Green Bay or
Freaking
against
the
Green
one
Bay.
game he picked to go prime Peyton Manning, like
Yeah, we had glimpses of that, but are we going to get that consistently?
right.
And does Waddle give you that? You know, is he going to be open?
We'll see.
Is he going to be wide open and Bo is going to miss him?
He's super quick. He's known for his speed.
He's
Yeah.
very fast.
yeah.
And he's
He's-
also known for his yak. His yards
Well,
after
the
the
thing
Well,
is
yeah.
that Miami drafted him to be Tyreek Hill. That's why they drafted him
Mm-hmm.
and then traded to get Tyreek Hill.
So-
right? Because he couldn't quite
Well, no,
be
I don't know
Tyreek
if
Hill.
that's true. But
I was gonna say there's
I mean,
there's something to be said for when that Miami offense was at its best, the way that you played both of them off of each other, and maybe that's where Marvin Mims comes into play, right? Yeah, we're looking at it like, why did they waste it on getting another Marvin Mims when they could have just gotten him more involved? Well, maybe it's because they want him to have that Tyreek Hill relationship where either one of them could, take off down the seam, and then the other one's the one ducking underneath and getting 30 yards after the catch, like Mike is saying there.
Well, and I'm not saying that scheme-wise he's not a good fit. It's just like, why did they trade so much to get him? That nobody still has explained, or it's still not connecting with me why they had to give
they're still
that first-round pick.
unless they're
for a
trading
guy
up
that's
to
5 or
like
s-
11. There's really not going to be any legit like
No, I get-
offensive.
I get
weapon
that, but
available
why?
in the draft.
Well,
Why?
Here's the thing, right?
Why the first round?
Well-
Why the first round pick when he's a WR2? He is a sixth overall. I think he was the sixth overall
pick. Yeah,
But that was 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
it was 5.
He's 7 years in the league,
5.
bro. I just
He's
can't.
5. He's 5 years in the what?
This will be his fifth year,
either-
sixth year.
6th year.
Okay.
So you're
So
both
5 years. Well, 5 years ago.
5, 7. It's 6.
2, 4, 5. This is his
will be
sixth year.
his 6th year. So
This will
that
be
was
his
5
sixth
years
year.
ago. I was
Right.
correct.
So he's still okay. He's still in that window.
Give me my point.
But that was no. That
on
was
the
my
board.
point. Is he's a 6th overall pick? They did draft him to be Tyreek Hill. That's what they wanted him to be, and then they traded to get Tyreek Hill. So he's a WR2. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Man, we just want you to have some optimism. He's going to a new offense,
I
a new
am.
quarterback, a new offensive line.
I am optimistic that
Don't-
he's going to help change the face of this offense.
But you're talking about his floor. You're not talking about his ceiling. That's all.
Because there's not really that high. You guys are telling me
There
that
wasn't
there's
much
this
to be done
high
with the
ceiling.
There wasn't much to be done with those picks. It seems like what your beef is the picks. They gave up these picks
They gave up
You know
the
what I'm saying?
future.
And if
they
it was-
gave up the future.
If it was a 10th overall
For a
pick, I'd
Band-Aid.
be there
Well,
with you. But
for
we're
right-
talking about basically a second rounder at
Dude,
number
it's-
30.
It's about that rookie contract window, man. That's important.
Bo's rookie window,
that's,
exactly.
That's going to be a big factor affecting decisions that are made at this point.
I don't disagree with that. I still think they could have traded the 3rd round and the 4th round and still gotten Waddle. I really do.
You have to remember too.
Or
though,
and Mims.
Listen. You have to remember the Dolphins had already established, like, they put the sign in the front yard, like, fire sale, everything must go.
Right,
Like,
they sold
had
him
gotten-
on his 6th overall pick.
They had gotten rid of Bradley Chubb already. They had gotten rid of Tua. They had gotten rid of Minka Fitzpatrick, right? Like, a couple guys like that. Like,
It was a fire sale.
So what happens when you get to that point is the phone starts ringing from every team in the league about every talented player left on your roster. And I guarantee you that wasn't the only trade offer they got for Waddle at that point. And
and the Broncos had to give up the 1st and overreach to get him.
overreach. But I understand your point.
Even if it's a minor overreach, it's minor.
It
was an overreach.
I can deal with minor overreach. I
Okay.
can't deal with fleeced. That's all.
Okay, we found common ground. It's
I still-
7:55. We found common ground. It's a minor overreach.
Now we don't have to go fight in the backyard.
I would have given
No,
up
I
more.
still want to fight.
Go fight. Go fight on that big ass driveway.
I would have thrown in a 7th rounder on top of what they did give up.
Really?
Yes.
In Green Bay, you'd have done that?
Well, Green Bay is a whole different story.
No.
Yeah.
If the shoe was on the other foot, that's your team. If Green Bay had made the same trade, let's say the shoe was on the other foot, you'd have taken that trade?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I mean, I would have started by paying Romeo Doubs, to be honest, but, what are you going to do? I mean, hopefully it's because they got a plan to get Matthew Golden 3 times as many touches next year. But
We had so much to talk about tonight.
Yeah, I was just looking at the rundown.
Yeah,
I'm
why'd
like,
you even
we're
bother?
not-
Why'd
we're
you
not
even
getting
bother with
into
the
that.
agenda? Yeah, you knew this was going to happen.
I didn't know this was
Speaking
going to
of
happen.
Jalen Waddle, what about Tyreek Hill? Here, quick.
Yeah,
Tyreek
it's not
Hill.
as quick
Hey,
anymore.
Cade Cunningham.
Hey, well,
collapsed lung.
Well, that's tragic.
Yeah,
first
it's
of all.
Sucks, man. I feel
It's sad.
bad.
Yeah, how is he not out for the year though? I thought they were saying he's coming back in a few weeks.
I thought it was
11 games. 11 games is the.
Where'd they say
the-
11 games? Because I've heard nothing other than
on.
extended period of
How
time.
do you come back from a collapsed lung in
No,
the
no, no.
same couple months period?
Excuse
I don't know,
me,
man.
I have to rephrase. It's not that they said he was coming back in 11 games. It's that a few people have said players have come back from collapsed lungs in 11 games.
Collapsed gums?
Correct. How many? Who?
Have all suffered the same injury. Gerald Wallace, Terrence Jones, and C.J. McCollum twice.
CJ McCollum
Ooh,
twice?
that's crazy.
Yep,
Oh
missed
my
6 weeks. So Tim Boteps recalled that McCollum, now playing for the Atlanta Hawks, missed 6 weeks with a collapsed lung in 2021 for 3
That's
weeks
still-
with an injury in 2023.
That still sucks. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't want to win the East this way. Just to clarify, it's not cool.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, man. Especially for him, because I like Cade Cunningham, man. I like the way he plays. I like the way Detroit plays.
I mean, that Pistons fan base deserves something to be happy
it
about.
really,
right?
really sucks. So to wrap this all up, at least my condolences to Cade Cunningham, because I'm not trying to rush it back. I wouldn't rush it back, man. Like CJ
No.
McCollum sounds like he did, and then it collapsed again.
Yeah, good God, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
Our thoughts and prayers are with Cade Cunningham, and I hope that he does have a speedy recovery, but not so that the East is tougher. It does change things in the East significantly, but
I
man,
mean, he was putting up crazy numbers.
bruh.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't a bigger part of the MVP conversation. Honestly,
Yeah, everybody's kind of leaning just on Jokic and SGA, and now more SGA than,
Well,
than even
SGA is
Jokic.
kind of pulling away with it. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
Nuggets
is.
have been-
But Cade should be up there. He should be up there. In all honesty, the man has. I don't want to say he's carried the Detroit team because he hasn't carried them.
They got some
that
depth.
team plays very well.
yeah.
But he on a team that plays very well, he's a shiny star.
He's their leader, 100%.
Yeah.
They're not what they are this year without him. There's no question about that.
25 points a game, 5.5
missed.
rebounds, 10 assists.
10 assists,
That's
dude.
He's
major.
averaging a double-double. That's going to
Like,
be missed.
I think coming into the league, it was a good bet that he was going to be a prolific scorer like he's been, and that he was, he had the size to be an effective defender and get his share of rebounds. But
right.
who thought 10 assists on top of 25 a game from this guy? That's nuts.
Bruh, that's his teammates moving and making shots too. Like, but him
Yeah.
finding them,
Of course.
But they got to make them shots too, because Jokic makes 100 like great passes and shooters just brick. But with that said, my condolences to the Detroit fan base, man, because the Detroit fan base does deserve their shot at a championship, man. They were playing so well, and I do think that Detroit still will make a dent.
They got a window still, yeah.
Yeah, they'll make a dent. They still have a very deep team. They have a very solid team that plays well together, and I do think that they will make a solid run come playoff time, even if Cade is not in the lineup. And it is indefinite. I was just trying to state that sometimes some players have come back in 3 weeks. And that's about 11 games, give or take.
Nuts.
So he is going to miss some time into the playoffs. There's only about 6 to 8 games left. So he's going to miss some significant time.
I'd want to read more too. Like, what do they look like when they come back? Can they hit the ground running right away? Is there still like a ramp back? They got to play 15, 20 minutes a game at first.
I
Like,
would
'cause
hope so,
That's
man.
a huge, like, they could win a first round series without him, but I have a tough time seeing them win, even in the
Well, that's
conference
what I'm saying. They
semis
can make
without
it.
him.
They can make a run. They can make
Right.
a little push through
Yeah.
the first round. Second round, that's going to be
Right.
you run up against like Boston.
Well, no,
Like-
they'll probably get, what is it? Boston's 2, New York's 3. Who's 4 in the East right now?
Yeah, I was
Is it
going
Philly?
to say. I believe it is.
Okay.
They're either the 4th or 5th, but still,
they might be
any
able
one
to.
of those teams.
They might be able to get through the conference semis without him, but it would be
Yeah.
a tough, long series. Like
It's going to be tough.
You can't imagine seeing them beat New York or Boston without him, though. I mean, that's nuts.
All right, I would like to end the show with I'm
Let's
sorry
go.
for yelling.
Let's go, Zags.
Peace and love. It's all.
I
It's
love
all.
these
It's all
guys.
love. It's all
Mike,
love.
I love
yeah.
these guys.
all
Mike's
love.
gonna have to rip guitar for our
Oh,
outro.
Mike's gonna riff.
Am I?
Yeah,
You
Why do I got to be on the
Mike?
spot?
yeah, man.
You,
It's in drop D. You got
dude.
everything's in drop D.
Okay, this is it.
All right, we're gonna
This is a
waddle to the
treat.
riff. Ready?
Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume.
Pump up the volume. Pump
Yeah.
up the volume. We will see y'all next week, 7 p.m. Sports Fiends. Thank you for tuning in. Follow us at Sports Fiends on all social media. We will see y'all next week. Deuces.
Peace, everybody. One more riff.
Hot guitar, hot mics.
Have a good